Can I have one time tonight? God is good and God is good all the time. My name is Michelle Spitz. I'm going to give you a word on today. In the update on the shutdown, United States shutdown of 23. The House bill to keep the government open. Now we see McCarthy, he came up with a plan to keep the government open. So the government is open. So the House passes the bill to keep the government open. The United States House of Representatives had approved a temporary funding bill that aimed at avoiding the government shutdown. So that's good. They came up with an idea to keep the government open because that would have been crucial for the government to shut down, due to a start at midnight. So that's good on that part there. They came up with something before 12 o'clock midnight. Now I got a word on how do you move forward when obstacles is in your way? I had to do it and still doing it. And I pray to God to move the obstacles out my way. But God know what He doing, and God had the obstacles there for a reason. You know, and I had to manage to keep doing my duties and move forward among the obstacles. So I am in a long storm where I have to deal with obstacles in my way, in my life. So while I'm trying to move forward, I'm dealing with all kind of chaos. I'm like, oh Lord God, I'm dealing with all kind of chaos. Still have to do my news, still have to do my word, and I'm still dealing with chaos. Everything falling apart, dealing with spiritual warfare. So imagine getting attacked every day. Spiritual warfare, circumstances occur. Satan will keep obstacles in your way. To frustrate you. To quit, get out the race. But I kept holding on, no matter what I was dealing with. I kept holding on. So when you're holding on, to your faith, waiting on God, sometime when you're holding on, you may be laughed at, you may be mocked, but I'm moving forward, with obstacles in my way. I managed to not stop, but keep working and putting my news and word out each and every day. So I have a purpose, to pursue. What I have to endure the pain every day. But every morning, when I wake up, it's a blessing. It's a blessing to be alive because all that I have to go through, you know, and to still wake up in the morning was a blessing. So every day, I ask God to please, could you move these obstacles out of my way so I can meditate and have a clear mind and focus, you know. But God said no. He said no. It's always a reason of why He said no and why He keeps certain things in your way. So why He does certain things. I had to pursue my duties, around the obstacles. Because what God has, oh Lord have mercy. So what God has for me, it's big in my life. Dealing with obstacles is the big mountain that I have to deal with. When that time comes. So with God, always a learning process. So my long storm, with pain and suffering, I had to press my way through around the obstacles. I had to face, So what I had to face ahead of me, what God was preparing me for now. So I had, to manage your storm while the obstacles are in your way. I had a strong faith. Now, sometimes it was way when I come, always put it back on track. I also had hope, hope for something, that I never, seen, but I still was hoping for it. I had to pray. I had to visualize my dream. And I had to keep my dream alive. I had to hope for something that I had not received yet, but I hope that it will come, you know, soon. You have to keep your hope alive. You have to have a strong faith. So when everything was falling apart. So when you got everything falling apart, this happening, this situation going on, you know, in my life, and getting attacked with spiritual warfare at the same time, in your storm, spiritual mind, we have to meditate, you know. So you have to meditate and but I had to deal with so much stuff. I had to meditate all the time to keep a clear mind. So in your storm, you feel like there's no ending. You know, you'll be laughed at, criticized. I kept my head up and I never give up, and move forward. So God kept the obstacles in my way, kept it in my way for a reason, because what He had for me ahead, you know, was something I would have to deal with that's so big. So why me, He was toughing me up. That's what He was doing. He was toughing me up to deal with all the pain and suffering. I could not just quit. Because if I would have quit, everything's a process and everything's a test. If I would have quit in the middle of the process, how can I handle what He had for me ahead? So I had to manage or what I had to do among the obstacles that would not be moved out of my way. Because what God have ahead of me, I ain't no such thing of me trying to stop, and tell God to handle this and move this out the way. I had to be toughened up. I had to deal with what's right in front of me, with the obstacles, because there will be mountains that I will have to face, that I will have to deal with. So if I can't deal with the obstacles, I will not be able to deal with what's ahead of me. So I had to manage my emotions. I had to keep working. I had a strong faith. The faith will wave sometimes because of the long storm, but I had to keep it in check. That no matter what came against me, you know, that no matter what came against me, I never stopped. I kept on moving forward. And that's how you do. No matter, sometimes God will use you as an example, to see how long you was hold on. How long you will keep on standing. Cause we see like Sarah. She got tired of waiting. Now they will always tell us we have to wait on the Lord. Now you can see Sarah, Abraham's wife, she got tired of waiting on the Lord. She took her own matter in her hands. She had a slave girl to have sex with Abraham because God said, I'm gonna be the mother of the nation. Here I don't have no children yet. So when you in a long wait, we have to wait, like David said. We can't take matters into our own hands. I'm in a long storm. You know, Faith wave, but long as you keep it in check and put it back on track. You know, I have to keep on praying. I had to keep visualizing my dream. Now these are the tools. These are the tools when you are in a battle and you got obstacles that's constantly being in your way that will not move, but you have to deal with it. You have to deal with it what God has for you at the, you know, ahead. So everything is a reason and everything will be a test. If I deal with this now, you know, if I can't deal with this now, I can't deal what's ahead for me. You know, oh, so that's all the word I have for you on the day. It's pretty much my life and my storm. We also talk about um McCarthy. He came up with a plan, to keep the government open, which is a good thing. So thank God for that. Representative approve a temporary funding bill. You know, the abolish the government shutdown, but then McCarthy came up with a plan to keep it open. So that's good. They all came with ideas before 12 o'clock midnight tonight. You know, and so we all talk about this stone. We also talk about this stone. How do you move forward when obstacles in your way? And it will not move out of your way. It's a lot of times God will bless you in a whole lot of chaos. See, God works so good in chaos. You know, we don't. You know, we panic, anxiety. You know, we complain and mumble. You know, in a long storm. You know, a long storm. You know, a lot of time I ain't had no strength. You know, bent over. You know, in my soul. You know, but I still was working, still doing my announcements, still doing my duties, you know, to move forward. You know, so that's all the word I have for you. That no matter what come against you, no matter how long it is, don't never give up. You know, just keep doing what you're supposed to do in the will of God. You know, and just keep your faith. You know, keep your hope. Keep visualizing God promise and keep moving forward and never give up. Because see, the devil gonna keep obstacles in your way. The devil gonna keep on trying to frustrate you because once you get frustrated and you throw in a towel and you say that's it, you know, that's it. You know, so you got to keep hope and visualize so you won't have the doubt in your head to quit. You know, and I know it feel like there's no ending. There's no ending to your storm, you know. But that was the hope kick in there. You got to keep on hoping, you know, that you will get out of this storm. You know, that you will get to your destination. You know, so that's all the word and news I have for you tonight. Y'all have a blessed and safe night, and I'll see y'all on the next video.